This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Thursday, February 27th. Starting off the day with some clouds, but those will yield to sunshine later on with a high of 70 expected. Clear skies tonight with a low of 44. Here are today's headlines. A unanimous Texas Senate approved a bill Wednesday to give across-the-board pay raises for state teachers. Senators voted 31-0 for Senate Bill 26, sending to the Texas House legislation to give $10,000 a year raises to educators who have 5 or more years of experience and work in districts with fewer than 5,000 students. Those in larger districts with at least 5 years in the classroom would get a $5,500 raise, while those with 3 years of experience would be paid $2,500 a year more. Smaller raises would go to teachers with less time in the classroom. Senator Brandon Creighton, Republican from Conroe, the author of SB 26, said it's not enough to recognize a teacher's dedication to the profession with words. Last year, the average pay for Texas teachers was $62,500, with those in rural districts often earning less than their counterparts in urban and suburban schools. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who presides over the Senate and made teacher pay raises a priority, said he understands the impact educators can have on a child's development. He said, teachers deserve to be well compensated. In other news, Neiman Marcus's downtown store is still slated to close at the end of March, even after Dallas city and business leaders worked to resolve a landlord dispute. A local business group said it brokered a deal to keep the iconic downtown department store at its current site on Main Street, a week after Neiman Marcus's parent company announced that it would close the store after a dispute with a landlord. However, hours later, Neiman owner Saks Global said its plans to close the store at the end of March have not changed. Saks' announcement for the storied downtown Neiman Marcus location adds another complication to the saga that began last week when the fashion retailer said it would close the downtown Dallas Neiman Marcus site after failing to come to a long-term lease extension with one of the landlords with property under the building. Local groups were surprised at Saks' continued plans to close the store. Dallas City spokesperson Rick Erickson said officials with Saks told us they will be in Dallas next week, and we will discuss the future of the store with them. The landlord has agreed to donate the 2,500 square foot parcel of land under the store to the city of Dallas to facilitate a new deal. Next up, U.S. Representative Paulina Luna, a Republican from Florida, says her congressional task force on declassifying government secrets hopes to interview doctors who were at the Dallas hospital where President John F. Kennedy was taken after being fatally shot. Luna said earlier this week that the task force's first scheduled hearing on March 26th would examine the Kennedy shooting and would include a visit to Dallas to interview witnesses, talk to experts, and visit the assassination site. In an interview, Luna described the Dallas travel plans as tentative, but said she's hoping the trip could happen before the hearing is held in Washington. And Texas Republicans' demand for a school voucher-style program appears poised to clear a major hurdle, as a slim majority of House members have signaled their support. Governor Greg Abbott celebrated Wednesday that 75 Republican representatives signed on as co-authors to House Bill 3, priority legislation to create education savings accounts, which would give families access to public dollars to pay for private school tuition. Historically, a coalition of Democrats and rural Republicans in the House have teamed up to defeat school choice proposals, united in their concern that such a program would funnel money away from the public schools that serve the vast majority of Texas children. Abbott spent tremendous political and financial capital in last year's primaries to oust many of the Republicans who stood in his way. Republican state budget writers have proposed spending $1 billion of the state's nearly $24 billion surplus to fund the program. Despite the news in the House, hurdles remain before a bill reaches Abbott's desk. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.